Habit is more dependable. Habit will sustain you whether you're inspired or not. Habit will help you finish and polish your stories. Inspiration won't. Habit is persistence in practice. The best way out is always through. The battles that count aren't the ones for gold medals. The struggles within yourself, the invisible, inevitable battles inside all of us, that's where it's at. If there is no struggle, there is no progress. Someone will declare, "I am the leader," and expect everyone to get in line and follow him or her to the gates of heaven or hell. My experience is that it doesn't happen that way. Others follow you based on the quality of your actions rather than the magnitude of your declarations. Courage is like a muscle. We strengthen it by use, develop success from failures. Discouragement and failure are two of the surest stepping stones to success. Relentlessly prune bullshit. Don't wait to do things that matter and savor the time you have. That's what you do when life is short. More is lost by indecision than wrong decision. If the highest aim of a captain were to preserve his ship, he would keep it in port forever. You can be the ripest, juiciest peach in the world, and there's still going to be somebody who hates peaches. Keep a little fire burning, however small, however hidden. Nothing in the world can take the place of persistence. Talent will not. Nothing is more common than unsuccessful men with talent. Genius will not. Unrewarded genius is almost a proverb. Education will not. The world is full of educated derelicts. The slogan, "Press on," has solved and always will solve the problems of the human race. The only way of discovering the limits of the possible is to venture a little way past them into the impossible. Worry is a misuse of imagination. Courage is the most important of all the virtues, because without courage, you can't practice any other virtue consistently. I never look back, darling. It distracts from the now. A year from now, you will wish you had started today. The reason we struggle with insecurity is because we compare our behind the scenes with everyone else's highlight reel. Somewhere, something incredible is waiting to be known. Don't worry about failure. You only have to be right once. You carry the passport to your own happiness. Never let success get to your head, and never let failure get to your heart. The most difficult thing is the decision to act. The rest is merely tenacity. I'd rather regret the things I've done than regret the things I haven't done. I will not lose, for even in defeat, there's a valuable lesson learned, so it evens up for me. I do not try to dance better than anyone else. I only try to dance better than myself. If you don't risk anything, you risk even more. I think it's intoxicating when somebody is so unapologetically who they are. You can never leave footprints that last if you are always walking on tiptoe. If you don't like the road you're walking, start paving another one. If it makes you nervous, you're doing it right. What you do makes a difference, and you have to decide what kind of difference you want to make. I choose to make the rest of my life the best of my life. In order to be irreplaceable, one must always be different. Anything can make me stop and look and wonder, and sometimes learn. People's passion and desire for authenticity is strong. A surplus of effort could overcome a deficit of confidence. Doubt is a killer. You just have to know who you are and what you stand for. There are 3 ways to ultimate success. The first way is to be kind. The second way is to be kind. The third way is to be kind. No one changes the world who isn't obsessed. I learned a long time ago that there is something worse than missing the goal, and that's not pulling the trigger. Some people want it to happen, some wish it would happen, others make it happen. It is remarkable how much long-term advantage people like us have gotten by trying to be consistently not stupid, instead of trying to be very intelligent. You can't be that kid standing at the top of the water slide overthinking it. You have to go down the chute. When I believe in something, I'm like a dog with a bone. And the day came when the risk to remain tight in a bud was more painful than the risk it took to blossom. The standard you walk past is the standard you accept. I've searched all the parks in all the cities and found no statues of committees. Life can be much broader once you discover one simple fact. Everything around you that you call life was made up by people that were no smarter than you. And you can change it. You can influence it. Once you learn that, you'll never be the same again. Success is stumbling from failure to failure with no loss of enthusiasm. Keep your eyes on the stars and your feet on the ground. Do not stop thinking of life as an adventure. You have no security unless you can live bravely, excitingly, imaginatively, unless you can choose a challenge instead of competence. Perfection is not attainable, but if we chase perfection, we can catch excellence. Get a good idea and stay with it. Dog it and work at it until it's done right. Optimism is the faith that leads to achievement. Nothing can be done without hope and confidence. Life can be much broader once you discover one simple fact. Everything around you that you call life was made up by people that were no smarter than you. And you can change it. You can influence it. Once you learn that, you'll never be the same again. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. What you do speaks so loudly that I cannot hear what you say. I have never let my schooling interfere with my education. If you can't yet do great things, do small things in a great way. If you really want to do something, you'll find a way. If you don't, you'll find an excuse. Take the attitude of a student. Never be too big to ask questions. Never know too much to learn something new. Success is peace of mind, which is a direct result of self-satisfaction in knowing you made the effort to become the best of which you are capable. Be sure you put your feet in the right place, then stand firm. Live out of your imagination, not your history. Do not wait for the perfect time and place to enter, for you are already on stage. The greater the difficulty, the more the glory in surmounting it. Courage doesn't always roar. Sometimes courage is a quiet voice at the end of the day saying, "I will try again tomorrow." If the decisions you make about where you invest your blood, sweat, and tears are not consistent with the person you aspire to be, you'll never become that person. Make sure your worst enemy doesn't live between your own two ears. It is a rough road that leads to the heights of greatness. For the great doesn't happen through impulse alone, and is a succession of little things that are brought together. If we take care of the moments, the years will take care of themselves.
It is often the small steps, not the giant leaps, that bring about the most lasting change. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. There is always light, if only we're brave enough to see it. If only we're brave enough to be it. If you want to lift yourself up, lift up someone else. I have learned not to allow rejection to move me. I scorch the earth with my talent, and I let my light shine. You're braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. It took me quite a long time to develop a voice, and now that I have it, I am not going to be silent. You can't rely on how you look to sustain you. What sustains us, what is fundamentally beautiful, is compassion for yourself and those around you. Attitude is the little thing that makes a big difference. We will fail when we fail to try. All our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. Once you face your fear, nothing is ever as hard as you think. I don't go to church regular, but I pray for answers to my problems. Opportunity is missed by most people because it is dressed in overalls and looks like work. Don't sit down and wait for the opportunities to come. Get up and make them. The people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. I never dreamed about success. I worked for it. Champions keep playing until they get it right. A dead-end street is a good place to turn around. A person who never made a mistake never tried anything new. If you're not positive energy, you're negative energy. We do not fall in love with the package of the person. We fall in love with the inside of a person. We can't help everyone, but everyone can help someone. If what you have done yesterday still looks big to you, you haven't done much today. My least favorite phrase in the English language is, "I don't care." Don't save your best for when you think the material calls for it. Always bring your full potential to every take, and be on top of your job, or they will replace you. One of the lessons that I grew up with was to always stay true to yourself, and never let what somebody else says distract you from your goals. Always work hard and have fun in what you do, because I think that's when you're more successful. You have to choose to do it. Happiness is not something ready-made. It comes from your own actions. Our predecessors overcame many troubles and much suffering, but each time got back up stronger than before. I don't harp on the negative, because if you do, then there's no progression. There's no forward movement. You gotta always look on the bright side of things, and we are in control. Like, you have control over the choices you make. All dreams are within reach. All you have to do is keep moving towards them. Tough times never last, but tough people do. When your dreams are bigger than the places you find yourself in, Sometimes you need to seek out your own reminders that there is more, and there is always more waiting for you on the other side of fear. Go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Live the life you have imagined. Act as if what you do makes a difference. It does. There is nothing impossible to they who will try. It has always been easy to hate and destroy. To build and to cherish is much more difficult. The sun himself is weak when he first rises and gathers strength and courage as the day gets on. Success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. The most difficult thing is the decision to act. The rest is merely tenacity. Never bend your head. Always hold it high. Look the world straight in the eye. What you get by achieving your goals is not as important as what you become by achieving your goals. Where there's hope, there's life. It fills us with fresh courage and makes us strong again. Believe you can, and you're halfway there. It is during our darkest moments that we must focus to see the light. Once you replace negative thoughts with positive ones, you'll start having positive results. In the long run, you make your own luck good, bad, or indifferent. We must believe that we are gifted for something, and that this thing, at whatever cost, must be attained. When you have a dream, you've got to grab it and never let go. I can't change the direction of the wind, but I can adjust my sails to always reach my destination. No matter what you're going through, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Never allow a person to tell you no who doesn't have the power to say yes. It is our attitude at the beginning of a difficult task which, more than anything else, will affect its successful outcome. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. It's no use going back to yesterday because I was a different person then. Just don't give up trying to do what you really want to do. Where there is love and inspiration, I don't think you can go wrong. The best revenge is massive success. For one to have complete satisfaction from flowers, you must have time to spend with them. Failure is the condiment that gives success its flavor. Remember that the airplane takes off against the wind, not with it. You shouldn't be ashamed of your pain. You have the right to have your pain treated. I know not all that may be coming, but be it what it will, I'll go to it laughing. Limit your always and your nevers. Nothing is impossible. The word itself says, I'm possible. You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. Try to be a rainbow in someone else's cloud. What's money? A man is a success if he gets up in the morning and goes to bed at night and in between does what he wants to do. Shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, you'll land among the stars. You do not find the happy life. You make it. Inspiration comes from within yourself. One has to be positive. When you're positive, good things happen. You do not find the happy life. You make it. I always wanted to be somebody, but now I realize I should have been more specific. Sometimes you will never know the value of a moment until it becomes a memory. You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. The most wasted of days is one without laughter. You must do the things you think you cannot do. It isn't where you came from. It's where you're going that counts. You make a choice. Continue living your life feeling muddled in this abyss of self-misunderstanding, or you find your identity independent of it. You draw your own box. It is never too late to be what you might have been. Stay close to anything that makes you glad you are alive. Keep your face always toward the sunshine and shadows will fall behind you. Optimism is a happiness magnet. If you stay positive, good things and good people will be drawn to you. You get what you give. Some people look for a beautiful place. Others make a place beautiful. Happiness often sneaks in through a door you didn't know you left open. We must be willing to let go of the life we planned so as to have the life that is waiting for us. Happiness is not by chance, but by choice. The miracle is not that we do this work, but that we are happy to do it. Life changes very quickly in a very positive way if you let it. Keep your face to the sunshine and you cannot see a shadow. If my mind can conceive it, if my heart can believe it, then I can achieve it. Never limit yourself because of others' limited imagination. Never limit others because of your own limited imagination. Dreams don't have to just be dreams. You can make it a reality. If you just keep pushing and keep trying, then eventually you'll reach your goal. Be the change that you wish to see in the world. Life has got all those twists and turns. You've got to hold on tight and off you go. Let us make our future now, and let us make our dreams tomorrow's reality. You don't always need a plan. Sometimes you just need to breathe, trust, let go, and see what happens. You define your own life. Don't let other people write your script. If I cannot do great things, I can do small things in a great way. My mission in life is not merely to survive, but to thrive. You are enough just as you are. Challenges are gifts that force us to search for a new center of gravity. Don't fight them, just find a new way to stand. The bad news is time flies. The good news is you're the pilot. It ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward.